Hey everybody, 8-Bit Josh here, and welcome back to Shady Gorge Park. I know it's been a long time since we've actually been in Shady Gorge Park, and for no real reason other than, there are reasons, but it was mostly because, over the summer we had the Ghostbusters DLC, and we did a lot of content around that, and then we were trying to wrap up Aurora Park, which is my sci-fi themed park. And then after that, we had the Planet Zoo beta for like 2 weeks. So, no real reason other than we just kind of had some other stuff that we ended up streaming, and Shady Gorge kind of took a back seat for a little bit. But yeah, we're starting off with a time lapse, which I haven't done for Shady Gorge since like the very first episode. And I also streamed this over on my Twitch channel, but I wanted to get kind of a head start just because it had been so long since we worked in Shady Gorge. And I was like, well, if I'm going to get a head start, I might as well record it for a time lapse for you guys here on YouTube. And that's what we did. And this right here, you'll recognize this is our river boat ride. So, what's going to happen is this temple building is going to kind of stretch across the river. And this is going to be like a little tunnel that the boat goes in as it's heading back into the station. And so yeah, this is like the little tunnel we're doing. And you'll kind of see as we get into the real-time gameplay, what's going to happen is it's going to sort of open up into like a courtyard area, which is, like I just said, it's going to be where the station is. And so really, we're just trying to just get a head start on this whole area. This is what's gonna end up being like the back of the courtyard, and then here, so we're working on the front. And I actually had to, you see, I just copied the back wall because, the temples, when I think of them, they're very, very angular. They don't have a lot of curved pieces, and everything's very, has very sharp cuts in one direction or the other. So that's kind of why we did that there instead of, sort of making like a little curved piece. And, I thought I would mix things up here a little bit with like a little gold kind of statue, which we don't use gold a whole lot on this half of the park, and there's a specific reason for that. But yeah, I think this is pretty much it for the time lapse. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into the real-time gameplay. Okay, and we are into the real-time gameplay here. So yeah, quickly just showing off some stuff that we have done, what I did in the time lapse, and as well as I actually oh, that's cool seeing it, the roller coaster going up back there. But yeah, I actually had a live stream in between the when I recorded the time lapse versus this what I'm recording right now. So there's quite a bit extra done here since just the time lapse that I recorded. So you can see here we worked quite a bit on the queue area for the Temple Runner, which is our RNC coaster back there, this mammoth coaster that we have in the back. And I wanted it to kind of be, because we have such a strong focus on water on this half of the park, that I wanted the queue and the exit path to sort of like bridge over some water. And that's kind of what we did, and I think it came out really cool. We created a couple sort of fake like temple entrances on each side. So like we have this one over here, and I actually just used a panel piece and colored it black to kind of, it's better from far away, like kind of just has that like, hey, it goes back really far kind of look. And then we did the same thing over here as well. And we have like, I use these rope bridges that are just part of the Adventure Pack DLC. And I think it came out really cool. I like it, it just has that really cool overgrown temple feel. I like using these trees here. Let's bring up the UI. I like these guys, like Brazil nut trees, because they're huge and they create sort of like just like a natural canopy almost. In fact, I actually meant to do this a little like when I was on the stream, but I actually wanted to have another one over here because I really wanted it to just have that, you know, just have that, like, it's totally overgrown and just like, I don't know, I just think it's so cool. I think it came out really, really good. And then of course we tried to make the lighting look good as well. So if we turn to nighttime, go. I just think it came out really cool. And then we did the same thing. So like over here we have some floodlights under the water that give off this like blue color. You can actually see one right there. I put the same things over here, so under the water here we have those same floodlights, and you can kind of see it's like backlighting almost, like the building and the plants and stuff over here, and then the same thing along the kind of shore of the riverbank here, and it came out really good. It looks really cool. So then yeah, on the live stream, so we focused on, you can actually see here the boat goes into the temple, and it's like a little, these doors aren't set up on triggers yet, but they will be. So we have like this little tunnel here that the boat comes into, and then it kind of opens up. And then this area is sort of going to be like almost like a little courtyard. So sort of the long-term, I guess, plan here is that we're going to build like a temple face that's going to kind of go up the mountain a little bit, and so this area is going to be meant to act like sort of like the courtyard in front of it. So that's sort of the long-term plans for this area. And then we themed out the bridge here where the guests actually go over, and then we, you know, obviously adding all the plants and stuff over here, which I think gives this little corner just so much, like, it looks completely different, right? Like if you were to look at this versus, you know, a shot of this same spot before we added all this stuff, you wouldn't even think it was the same place. It looks so different. And then I added like this little kind of almost like golden statue thing, and I wanted it to really appear like hidden, you know, kind of again overgrown. They've got trees and vines and stuff growing over it. And again, using these Brazil nut trees. And yeah, that's pretty much everything we have done so far in Shady Gorge Park. It's been a lot of fun jumping back into it because, you know, we took a break for probably a good, I don't know, maybe 4 months that we took a break from streaming it, just because, you know, we did the Ghostbusters DLC, and then we were wrapping up Aurora Park, which is my sci-fi themed park, which is now on the workshop, and then the Planet Zoo beta happened. So yeah, it was quite the hiatus, but we're back in it now, and we're having a good time. And oh, here comes the train. And yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this little extra look, and I hope you guys enjoyed the little time lapse, because I know for the most part, I think other than the very first episode, Shady Gorge has not had any time lapse because it's been all done on stream. So the time lapse at the beginning of this was actually done off stream, and I thought it would be fun to kind of like mix it up with you guys. So yeah, so let me know. Leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. If there are, you know, certain things you would like to see added to the park, be sure to let me know. And I also want to point out, I do have a Discord server now, and if you want to join it, the link will be down in the description. So feel free to join up. We have, you know, talk a lot about Planet Coaster, and we share blueprints, and we've been talking a lot about Planet Zoo as well, and we'll be doing blueprint sharing there, and as well as I plan on implementing, as part of my streaming schedule, a workshop blueprint kind of showcase stream where you guys submit your blueprints to me and then we take a look at them on stream. So if you're interested in having any of your blueprints for either Planet Coaster or Planet Zoo, let me know, and make sure you join the Discord so that you can submit those as well. So, like I said, be sure to leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. I am 8-Bit Josh, and thanks for watching. See ya.